Physical Geography and Disney World, the shaping of the physical landscape of Florida for the Disney Company. My name is Alec Peak, and the aim of this presentation is to analyze the ground-up construction of the mega theme park Disney World and how this construction changed the physical, environmental, and economic geography of Orlando, Florida. When an average person thinks of Disney World, they visualize 4 distinct theme parks, 2 water parks, 24 Disney-created resorts, and at least 3 large man-made lakes, and over 27,000 acres of land. Yet many people don't think of the land before the Disney Company moved in. The land before the opening of the parks in 1971 was drastically different from what we know today. From an article titled "What Was Orlando Like Before Disney World" by Ashley Wang, states that Walt Disney World and the city of Orlando have become all but synonymous in the consciousness of the American public, but Walt Disney's almost larger-than-life ambition to turn what was essentially swampland into a major amusement park created nothing short of an economic revolution for that slice of Central Florida. And that's what the land was, a swamp. The original land was full of small natural lakes and swampy marshlands that only housed wildlife. Also during this time, Orlando was a still growing city in the late 1960s. Yet, when Walt Disney set out to find a new place for his second theme park, he chose Florida, and according to an article in National Geographic titled "Beyond Disney" by T.D. Allman, states that Walt Disney's choice of location for his park was economically brilliant. Walt Disney understood that landowners would sell this agriculturally useless land with muggy summers and winters sometimes harsh enough to kill crops for extremely low prices. After the buying process and the plans laid out for this Florida Disneyland, Walt Disney died in 1966, 4 years before the Florida park would open. Yet, Walt's dream marched on with the creation of the Magic Kingdom and the huge man-made Seven Seas Lagoon, which is attached to the smaller, natural Bay Lake. Along with the growth of the first park, the human population around the Orlando area took a dramatic turn. In the book Married to the Mouse, Walt Disney World and Orlando by Richard E. Fogelsong emphasizes the population growth before the parks, when the parks opened, and 30 years after the parks opened. Fogelsong's research shows a boom in growth when the parks started to open in 1971, from 50,000 people in 1950, which doubled to almost 100,000 people when the park opened. In the year 2000, the population increased from 200,000 in the Orlando area alone, not including the surrounding counties. As population growth continued to grow, hotels and other parks started to be constructed. The next park to be built is named Epcot, which has the World Showcase and another man-made lake in the middle of the park. The World Showcase gives guests the opportunity to see other places of the world. Some such places are Japan, Morocco, and Germany. The third park to be built is Disney's Hollywood Studios. This park was made to give locals a taste of movie magic in Hollywood. The last Disney park to be built is Disney's Animal Kingdom and Conservation Park, which houses animals as well as attractions and aims to teach Disney guests about animals and agriculture around the world. Speaking of agriculture, as discussed in class, humans are dependent on the combination of food, land, and still continue to have issues with fossil fuels. Disney has tried to take a step in the right direction when it comes to environmental and economic geography. Aside from its Animal Kingdom Park, Disney World tries to keep agriculture within its land and Florida borders. In Disney's futuristic Epcot Park, the Land Pavilion grows over 30 tons of fruit and vegetables in 1 year and uses it in their restaurants and parks. The Land Pavilion also facilitates the breeding of fish to sustain the need for the animal in the parks, as well as keeping fishing to a minimum in Disney's name on the Florida coast. All these plants and animals can be seen in person on the Living with the Land ride within Epcot. Another way that Disney contributes to environmental geography is by having the second largest fleet of transportation vehicles in the state of Florida, which all of the vehicles run on natural gas for cleaner air and cost. Economic geography is apparent within Disney World since its creation. People all over the world have been coming to Florida and pumping in money to the economy, and it has boosted Central Florida's monetary value to new heights with the parks, hotels, and downtown Disney areas. Coming to 2017, Disney has been and will be a worldwide name, expanding its borders outside the United States. The international Disney parks now include Euro Disney, also known as Disneyland Paris, Disneyland Tokyo and its sister park Tokyo Disney Sea, China's Shanghai Disneyland, and Disney's newest addition, which opened in 2005, Disneyland Hong Kong. Overall, Disney has been changing its geography around its parks every time one is built and sustained. Whichever Disney park you may go to in the near future, think to yourself while you are there, what was the land like before the park, hotels, and multitudes of people? Thank you for watching this presentation on the physical geography of Disney World and its other parks.